Volleyball England Beach Tour for 2013 takes us to 5 seaside resorts around the country, starting off at Skegness, then Weston-super-Mare, Great Yarmouth, Weymouth, and the grand finals this year will take us to Margate. Stage 2 of the Volleyball England Beach Tour comes to Weston-super-Mare, where the top stars of beach volleyball go head-to-head in fierce knockout competition. In this programme we're going to take in the action from the semi-finals and final of the women's and men's competition. And we're going to get straight into the semi-finals. So Anna Dajkovic and Jess Grimson taking the first set, 21-10, over Kirsten Seifert, Jana Ozagova. The girls in purple leading 4-2 in the second set. And Mark Perkins alongside me. There's quite a big crowd behind us on the promenade watching this. Really enjoying the volleyball that we've got to offer. And again, another strong serve. Looking for the hit. Oh, great shot into the across court.
Yeah, you see the players, the blocking there changing around. So Jess has gone into block this time.
This is these are important points. First to 21 in beach volleyball, and actually it was left there on the right hand side. She thought it was going wide, didn't she?
Yeah. Now they change ends, because obviously change ends every 7 points. This allows the players a fair use of the sun, and especially this Sunday morning, these wind conditions. The girls in green can now try and build back on the stronger side. You see there that set by Anna, it's just tied to the net, but Jess with the experience there, just play it over. Celebrate a little success there.
There's a big hit coming in here.
Just constantly looking at that ball. No block there, so she's got a free court to go with. Generally she'll go down the centre for that one.
And again, the wind causing chaos with the set. We'll just see this actually from the net camera. Just see how the ball just moves a little bit in the air, and it's really hard. In fact, I think the girls in green were expecting it to move a little bit more, weren't she? He actually didn't catch the wind.
There's a clever play there by Kirsten this time, over on 2. So they've got up to 3 touches to get the ball over. Now, if you can get it here, you watch Kirsten come over. She sees Jess out of position. Anna's not really set, ready to get a block in. So that little pokey to the corner, it's a real quick win. It's quite a cheeky play, but Kirsten's very experienced on the beach tour the last few years. And they're only 4 points behind now.
Yeah, they're really fighting to stay in this semi-final. Big effort there. But it's a point again for purple, and they're just keeping that little bit of a gap on the greens. Oh, it just touches the top of the net. And look at this one, great effort there.
Yeah, if anybody's walking across the sand, you'll know how hard it is to walk, let alone run. So Jana, fantastic effort there to chase that ball down.
Of course,
here we go, ball in by Anna. High on the net. Oh. And there you go, fantastic. She's just over 6 foot tall, played professional last year in Sweden, but you put ball high on the net there. The net is 2 meters 24, but she still made that look so easy then.
This is incredible hit. What a smash that was.
With no block there, it's going to go straight down the centre. Great point for Anna and Jess. And we're serving with change of ends with the score 10-4 now, so 6 point lead. Serving into win, but Anna now just too strong on that serve. So it gives the girls in green a free point.
There's a few getting the towels down and getting their space reserved here at Weston-super-Mare.
I think they've all seen the weather forecast this weekend and seen I'm going to have a bit of that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely beautiful conditions. A wind causing chaos there. I think that's going to be the order of the day here.
Nice control by the girls in green there. So as you said earlier, wind playing big control there, but the girls in green able to keep the ball down in height, and Jana with a little cut shot across the net there, out of reach of Jess.
Yeah, that was beautiful, and a bit of confidence there.
Yeah. So Jana serving, wearing the number 2.
Yep, both players have got numbers on for those of you not used to following beach volleyball. So there's a 1 and 2 in each team. And there's a scores table that keeps a close check on who's supposed to be serving next.
But again, another free hit for Jess at the net. Still got the wind blowing against her. As you see it coming in, Kirsten decided to drop off because the ball's not quite on the net.
Yeah.
To get that cover in there, but because she's not in full position, she's not in the best place to receive it.
Well, that's the big decision, isn't it? At the end of the day, that do they block or do they drop off? And you know, it really does. The referee takes one there. And the wind is certainly causing chaos. We'll see a replay here. Watch out there. Here we go.
He had a chance of a free ball, but actually the first pass in by Jess wasn't the best there. So this is Kirsten going back to serve, wearing the number 1. She's got the wind behind you. You see the flags blowing across the left of the screen.
And another good set. This time it doesn't pay off. There is a block and it comes off well. And it's a point for green.
You can see Jess diving to play that ball over while the players are out of position, but just catch the tape. She was going for that far corner.
Yeah.
Tell by the technique. So the girls got back now. It's 3 points in it. It's 8-11 this second set. She said earlier, best of 21.
Well, they're really giving it a go, aren't they? From 4-0 down early on, and fortune favours the brave here. This is cruel. Big net cord and trickles over.
Yeah, the girls are ready for it, but as soon as it hits the tape of that net and drops over, they've got to work hard to try and get the feet down to get to the ball.
Another superb serve, and the Greens have done brilliantly here. That was a tough one.
Has it gone in?
I think that was just wide.
Oh, just wide. The wind just carried that, but you say good effort by the girls. They've just had a change of ends. There's Jess signalling. They'll have the players will signal 1 or 2 generally to let the partner know where to block. So 1 means the line, 2 generally means cross, and that means the defender knows which side of the court where they need to cover.
Yeah. Here's a nice little play. This is very simple, and Greens are really battling hard. They may have lost the first set 21-10, but they're really having a good go in this second set, and they're keeping in touch. They're battling hard. Still 4 points behind now.
Jess Grimson putting the ball up nice and high, see if the wind will do anything with it to put the girls under pressure.
Yeah, the big Hail Mary went
there. She's even hit the ball behind her head there. And it still managed to drop in at the baseline. Yana gives a bit of a shake of her head.
This is beautiful.
To watch from the far side here. Can't see it very well, but right down the centre. Perfect place to hit the ball if you've got no block there. Cause confusion in the defence.
I've heard that's called the husband and wife shot sometimes.
Yeah.
Where they have you get the 2 players having a little bit of a conversation, you should say, about who should hit it.
Definitely is.
And there's another point, Greens. This one hits the net and goes long. I love these replays of the action. You really get to see the athleticism of these ladies.
That was, oh, sorry, there. That's a handling error there. You see the referee calling Jess there for a handling error. You've got to be very, very careful when you hold the ball to set it. You don't hold it too long, or it comes out your hands nice and clear. The referee will call you up.
Yeah.
And in these conditions, it's not very often you'll see many players will set the ball, which is playing the ball above their hands there. They will generally dig the ball a lot more.
Yeah.
And then we've got a nice line shot over. Again, here you see Yana just digging the ball. Ball's going back behind Kirsten's head there, but she's done really well to adjust her body and actually be able to find that line. So it's a fantastic shot to take us back within 2 points.
Right in the corner. Some tremendous skills on offer here. 14-12. This one's going to be very interesting. Oh, what
cheeky Jess.
Where did that come from?
That's where you know where you are on court. Play this ball. She knew exactly what she was doing there.
Yeah.
Kirsten was still miles back on court. Defy any player to have got that.
That was a brilliant shot. It was a very brave shot as well, because to be honest, she could have just put a standard set in and they'd have probably won the point. But
she is known for those kind of shots, though.
Yeah. Here we go again. And this time it's a longer rally. The set's awkward though, and it's obviously too long there. 15-12. Purple's lead. We had a swap of ends. So 16-12. Scoreboard a little bit late, and the serve this time long. So one of those gambles. The wind strongly going from right to left. This time the wind didn't catch the ball, and the ball goes shooting past.
Yeah, girls in green will take that as a free point, especially when they've got the wind behind them now to start serving and try and get back into this set. They are obviously trailing by 1 set here in this best of 3 semi-final. They'll go on to play in the final if they win this game, and that'll be later on today.
Yes, they've already played quite a lot of matches yesterday to get through to the semi-final, and just a little dink over the top, completely wrong footing, girls in green, and that 4 point gap's back again. They just can't seem to get level. That 4-0 lead at the very start of the second set has been there throughout.
A scrappy point one there, but Yana plays the ball too long on the dig. You see it tight to the net. So it's 18-13. The girls in purple just require 3 points now, and they book a place in the final later on today.
Yeah,
there's some pressure on the serve there, as again using the wind to her advantage, and you'll see her serving across the angle, which with the wind moving actually makes it even harder to receive that ball and know exactly where to place it.
Well, the athletes have had a great time here at Weston-super-Mare. The sand's been absolutely fantastic. It's been a really good quality tournament, and we've got some great semi-finals and finals lined up, and there's one down the middle. It's another point for purple.
It's set and match point now. Jess Grimson going back to serve. Wind into face, serving from that far end on the left-hand side, but with that hit, it gives them one more point needed for a place in the final.
Well, here we go, 2013, and that's
huge block, Anna. Absolutely fantastic block to win the match there with a monster block off Kirsten's safe block. The players shake hands, but go through to the final. The girls in purple of Jess Grimson and Anna Diakovic.
They win 21-10, 21-13. They'll progress through to the final. So here we go with the first men's semi-final. It's Christoph Dattler and Mark Backley up against Carl Butcher and Mark Garcia Kidd, and we're having a great match here. We're going to go into a tiebreaker. It was 21-14 to the greens of Butcher and Garcia Kidd, but 21-16 to Dattler and Barkley. We join the tiebreak set with the purple team leading 3-2.
Yes, as long as he doesn't touch that, he's only playing in the blocking hit. So if he tries to reach over and play the ball without then playing the ball onto his hand, then he'd be called for playing the ball over the net.
Yeah, he can't interfere with the opponents, but he can block.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes a cause for contention we see on the circuit. And
ball's gone way out of there while cameraman chucking the ball back in.
Yeah.
As you notice, we change ends in the third set. The third set is a quicker set now, so we're only placing 15 points, so we're going to change ends every 5, and that's a fantastic angle there of Mark, just keeping his eyes on the ball to get it all the way, but just couldn't quite snap the ball back into the centre of the court. So we're all square 3-all. Butcher serving.
Our cameraman's certainly getting in the action a little bit there. But yep, first to 15 in this tiebreak set, and there's a lovely little knuckle shot just over the top of the block.
Delicately done there by Dattler. As you see there, he's got a big block of Garcia Kidd, just rolls the ball over and plays into the corner. Butcher just watches the ball land. There's nothing he would have done about that. So Backley going back to serve.
Now also worth noting, there's a fairly strong little wind here from right to left, and we've seen in a few of the matches so far, it does favour the teams on the left who are playing into the wind, so we have seen quite a bit of that. There's a bit of a collision there between the players under the net, and the officials have given the point towards the greens. But what do you think there, Mark? I think there was a bit of a takeout under the net here. If we watch this,
as long as it doesn't interfere with them, so it's a close one. The referee there calling for a carry, so you'll see Andy Warren, who's the referee, hold his palm up, showing there's a held ball. Yeah, it was a close one between the net there.
You've seen those given, haven't you?
They have been given before for interfering with play, but Andy Warren deciding not to go so on there. The boys in purple didn't complain too much about that.
Yeah. Mark Backley there was certainly not too impressed with that. It was him who was taken out a little bit in that previous rally, and there's a bit of extra gusto in that hit. So 5-4, Dattler and Backley lead here in this men's semi-final. That's a big hit.
Great shot there by Mark Garcia Kidd. You see the little pass here by Butcher. Not too much height on it, so controlling under the wind. And then Mark, who's representing the country indoors, plays a nice ball down the line. So change ends. We're all square 5-all in this deciding set. Place up for the final for grabs. This is the first of the semi-finals here at Weston-super-Mare in the men's competition. Great instincts there by Dattler to try and get that ball under the reach of Mark Backley.
Yeah, that one touching the top of the net and nearly so close.
Great reactions by Backley to even be able to get that, because he was dropping back, the ball's hit the net and dropped all its power. So Butcher going with a float serve.
And a big float serve,
Yeah, you'll see the flags blowing, and you'll see, as you said earlier, going from right to left, and that's kind of dragging that ball a little bit. And as with the women's game as well, there's got to be a lot of pressure put on the serve. So Mark Backley serving in what they know is the favourite end, so he goes with a topspin jump serve.
Well, we saw Butcher and Garcia Kidd on our TV screens at stage 1 in Skegness just a few weeks ago, so they're making semi-finals on a regular basis, and it'll be also good for their individual ranking points as well.
Yeah, so this is the first time as #1 seeds on the event, and the #1 seed is worked out by the like say the ranking points over the previous tours, what they've done, how they've got on. So they haven't yet to win their first title. They'll be looking to try and do that here at Weston-super-Mare. They were in the final last year actually at Weston-super-Mare as well. So they've got a lot of experience playing here, and they're going through a lot of rigorous training down with Louis Lett down in London. Down in Bournemouth doing their training.
Yeah, Louis isn't here this weekend, but he does come to a lot of the matches and also helps out in the commentary, and that's that little bit that went quite wrong, didn't it, on the left-hand side for the purples. Just strange. Sometimes you have really high quality play, and then sometimes you just see the level just drop a bit. And you know, these guys have been playing volleyball all day yesterday. They've already, you know, here we are in the heat of the day now on the Sunday, and there's bound to be just little dips now and then in the quality of play.
Yeah, this is where it makes or breaks each team, where they can keep that focus and maintain the way through, especially when it's the third set, they're getting quite tense, and they know just one or two things can make that swing of points different. And as we see this line shot there, just burying the line by Mark Garcia Kidd, and they know that if they make one mistake, there could be 2 or 3 points down without even thinking about it. As you see there, Garcia Kidd dropping off, the wind dropping the ball onto the net, so that actually had quite a good chance to free net.
Yeah,
as you see him here.
Yeah, his initial
off, but free hit there.
So his initial judgment was that the ball was going to be away from the net, so he dropped off, and then with the wind carrying it, it became an easy smash.
Yeah, and like you say there, he's jumping up there, having to play the ball backwards, trying to get his hand over it as well. And that's not easy to do.
No.
And like I say, the wind conditions, the higher the ball there, there's quite a lot of height on the ball. As we watch him, you see the ball spinning as well. He's had to get topspin on it and managed just to drop it in.
It's a brilliant shot there from Mark Garcia Kidd, and the quality may have only dropped for 1 or 2 points. It's really back up again now. Great play this is.
Oh, shut out block by Backley. That's the second of this deciding set. Crucial time as well to change ends, all square. This is where you want to be trading point for point if you are down.
What a block. And Garcia Kidd takes it in the face as well, off the block as well, just to add insult to, or injury to insult. It's 10-all, there's nothing between it, and Butcher goes long there.
Too much on that, he'll be kicking himself after
that. That was a tremendous.
Had a look down, knew he had a free court. Didn't get himself his body in the right position there to finish that point off. So the guys in purple now lead by 1 point.
11-10. There's a lot of work being put in here. This really is going to be very competitive. Could go either way, this semi-final. There's a chance, there's a challenge at the net, and it's the German pairing who come out on top.
A wayward pass again by Butcher. If you see this second ball, just too tight on the net. That gives the advantage to Mark Backley. So Butcher's just reaching for it. All he can do for that. If the guys in purple win this game, this will be their first final on the beach tour. So they've been fantastic this year. Skegness have played some real good volleyball as well, and over the last year as well, they've raised their level up massively. So well deserved to get to the semi-final, but final position is what they're looking for.
Well, there's a good response from McGreens. That was a very big point there. There's a big difference between 12-11 and 13-10, and that was a big point for Carl Butcher to put into the corner. And there's now 11-12, just 1 point in it. Here's the chance of the German pair. They dinked it over the top, and Garcia Kidd had committed himself. And now the 2-point lead, and the Germans look as if they might be getting through to the final here. They've got an important lead with just 2 points away from the win.
Mark Backley keeping us cool there on that shot, knowing exactly where the gap was. But Garcia Kidd there, you see him watch that ball across his body to open up this line shot. So if we see this replay here, he's got the choice to go cross court, but he waits, and then he turns his body around. Datler reads it as well to go for it, but brilliant technique there by Mark Garcia Kidd.
Absolutely brilliant rally. Really crucial point, and this is going to be a right dogfight now. And that one, touch on the net. And it's going to be 13-all here. I don't know if you can see this here. They go up for a challenge at the net, and
there's the top of the net. You can touch any other part of the net, but that yellow tape at the top, if you touch that, then it's a foul. So we're all square 13-all. It is going to be a race to 15, or it has to be 2 clear points as well.
Yeah.
And as we see that, we've now got a great swing there by Mark Backley and Christoph Dattler. He's going to go back to serve with match point because they're 14-13 up now. And this is a place in their first final up for grabs.
The big swing, and Carl Butcher can't get his hands up in time. Here's a big chance now. The German pairing in purple. Garcia Kidd puts in a massive big hit.
Same technique as last time, you noticed. Plays the ball across his body. And you'll see here how Christoph Dattler's moved to the right and having to shift quickly to the left to try and get that ball up. So 1 match point saved. That's great effort by the boys in green.
Great quality. Whoever wins this point will get the match point, and it's going to be the Germans in purple again.
Cool as a cucumber there.
It's a little push on his opponent saying, come on, we can do it. On his partner, excuse me. Here we go. There's the little dink over the top.
He knew exactly where he was going straight away from that point. Yeah. Another match point. Can they side it out now?
Oh, the Greens are in trouble here.
Oh, battle at the net there.
That's incredible.
That's a fantastic way to save the match. You see Backley coming into the net.
Yeah, Garcia Kidd's in trouble here. This hasn't been set right, and in fact, it's Butcher up there. He just gets the touch on the ball first, doesn't he?
It's a great way to save the match. We're again all square 15. All the flags are flying, so they've got to control the wind now. They've changed ends.
Yep, slight advantage to the purples. The team on the left getting a slight advantage with the wind, and that one's gone wide, and it will have yet another match point for the purple team.
As match point number 3, this is Garcia Kidd fires the ball to the left-hand side.
This is a mistake here from the Greens. We haven't seen many of those. It's a 3rd match point here.
The chance. Final spot.
Chance.
Oh, saved again.
Incredible. Garcia Kidd piles on the pressure. You see good defence here. They've decided to serve to Garcia Kidd, so they know he's going to be the one hitting them.
There's loads of people crowded around the promenade now watching this. All got fine angles of this game as we're all square 16 all.
16 all. Incredible.
Picked up by Mark.
Here we go. Oh, it's in. It's in. That was.
So they've had 3 match points against them. They've turned it around now.
That's incredible. Right on the line. Look at this. Garcia Kidd does amazing there. And he's up. He knows he's going to get the ball. Plays the long one. And it's right on the line. You just can't see it on that camera. But bang on the line. And Butcher's reaction.
Match point now to Butcher and Garcia Kidd. Carl Butcher with a jump float serve. Wouldn't behind him. This is for a final spot later today.
Oh, great defence. Oh, Garcia Kidd as well. Unbelievable. Oh, my goodness. That's amazing.
As they chased that ball down, Dattler and Backley have just stood there watching it on the left-hand side of the court. Didn't think Mark was even going to get that ball up. Butcher's played the ball high, out of position. What a way to win that game. 18-16. That was an amazing semi-final of beach volleyball.
That's unbelievable. And we just look at the replay again. You can just see the ball flying off into the corner. And the German team just can't believe that the ball's going to come over the other side. Totally catches them aware. And they won't be very happy with that after such a match. But the match is over, and it's Garcia Kidd, it's Mark Garcia Kidd and Carl Butcher who win 21-14, 16-21, 18-16.
When they get on centre court, you see what happens.
And now on to the women's second semi-final. It's Katarina Bednarova and Sandra Rogat up against Vicky Palmer and Laura Plonker, with the girls in green winning the first set after just 16 minutes, 21-18. And we're here now for the start of the second set. And Mark Perkins is with me. Mark, great to have you on board. And the girls in green certainly favourites for this particular match, aren't they?
On current form, yes, but I would never give anything past Katka and Sandra. They're a new pairing, haven't played much together, but both very, very experienced players and will fight to the very end, as we saw the score in the final set. And as they get the girls in purple, actually Sandra gets the first point there with a hit down the centre. As we saw in the previous semi-final, a real great place to hit the ball if there's no block.
Yeah. There's some very athletic girls here on court. They're covering the sand so quickly, and there's a good crowd here behind us on the promenade. It's quite strange. The seating behind's actually not very well full, and it's simply because the sun is shining straight into your eyes if you sit there. So a lot of people are sitting behind on the promenade watching this from behind, and they're getting some great action, aren't they, Mark?
Yeah, we're situated on the side of Western, so we've actually got real good footfall of people coming across and actually stopping by. And there's also the train that brings people down as well, so we're getting a lot of footfall on both sides of the court as well, which is nice. It creates a good atmosphere for the players as well, which is always good to see.
Yeah, here's a lovely touch here on the net cam. You can see there's a little battle between the two of them, and it's Greens who win that one.
You'll hear Vicky Palmer all day. She's one of the noisiest players on court. When she wins a point, you'll hear her celebrate.
Yeah.
Laura serves. So the girls in green trail by 1 point. There's a set by Katka. Sandra plays the ball cross court. Both Laura and Jess just question about that technique there.
Yeah,
beach volley is a very hard one to do, to set that ball, to do it correctly and cleanly. But the referee deeming that was fine.
Yeah, it's a very fine line between a clean set and one. You know, if your fingers are on that ball just for a fraction too long, the officials are very quick to call, aren't they?
Yeah, certainly are. Or if you don't hold it, if you don't play the ball cleanly, you'll see the ball comes out spinning as well. So the ball will rotate, and that will give you an idea as a referee that this set wasn't very clean.
That was a brilliant cross court as well, by the way. We didn't do it any justice. Oh, and that's a beautiful shot. Totally unexpected. The girls in green are celebrating that. Well, there's no way she's going to get that, is she? She could have caught a bus and not reached it.
This is replaced in the final.
So you can concentrate on watching that ball as well. But most players will have a little look, see where they need to go. And Katka gets a free hit there at the net.
Bednarova, big power shot here. Look at this, she's not close to the net either. But she gets some real venom on that shot, and it's too much for Plonka, who looks behind to see if that was going to go long.
So Katka and Sandra lead by 1 point with the score 6-5. This is the second set. A wayward pass, tight the net, but good chasing down by Vicky. Katka going over on 2.
Oh, this is good play. This is really good play. Here we go again.
She's got no block.
Touches the net and we go again. Oh,
great
brilliant.
angle found by Palmer there.
What a great rally that was. Absolutely superb. And this is the finishing shot. And yeah, she just uses a bit of accuracy instead of power. Great rally. How many phases to that? That must have been 8 to 9 phases in that particular rally.
Yeah, and at certain times both teams looked out of control as well, so just play the ball over to get the rally going. That's the important thing as well, with it being rally point. If you can't kill the ball, just put the team under pressure with a free ball and then get ready to block again. Here's Katka. One block, didn't have to move again, jump and hit.
Bednarova ruling the court on that rally. Look at that, she did the block, and then, well, she had a bit of a set for herself, and there you go.
Cheeky little fist of the ball over.
Yeah. Now that's a situation where, you know, tall players help, and Bednarova's 6'2", but you know, here's an example of, you know, this girl. She's what, maybe 5'8", 5'9", and yet she's a tremendous beach volleyball player. So it's not always about height in beach volleyball, is it?
No, you'll generally find you'll have a team that may have a taller player and they'll be blocking, and the shorter player will be backcourt. But Sandra is one of the quickest players you'll get around there on the female circuit that plays on the beach tour.
Yeah. 7-all.
Oh, there you go. Sandra chased again all the way into the boarding. But there's that pressure serve down the centre, as I said, and with the wind into the wind, so the ball just kind of dropping, so the players taking it late to dig, and there's Sandra diving at full stretch to pick the ball up.
That's a great effort.
She's covered a lot of ground in this match so far.
But another vicious serve, using that wind well. The purple somehow defended that. That's brilliant play.
Oh, great work by Sandra again. But the ball comes up to Vicky Palmer, no block. High on the arms of Katka and out of reach.
Well, the purples are doing all they can in this match. They're absolutely throwing themselves around, and the ball just keeps coming back time and time again. There's nothing they can do. It's just like there's an incessant force coming from the other side of the net.
Yeah, but they'll take that as a breather with that service error there. Yeah. Lara Plonka serving again too strong into the wind, so she's had a couple of service errors there.
Ball just sometimes doesn't dip, does it? That's the you know, and the players say themselves that sometimes they don't know if it's going to dip or not. They'll give it the best they can, and sometimes it will just float. But purples will be, having done so much work in that last rally to lose the point, then they just watch the serve goes out. There's a beautiful cross court. Yeah,
there's the communication we talked about as well here. Vicky shouting to her partner where to play the ball, makes it nice and easy.
I think the purples are just looking at each other there. I think there was a bit of miscommunication amongst the purples, and neither player really knew where the other one was going to be. So there are a few new pairings around the and the cut shot there didn't come off.
too wide by Sandra, but you see her jumping across the right side. She comes in. The pass is a little bit too wide for her, so she has to readjust herself. She's gone to the right place, that cut shot, but it's hard to play the ball across there and control it. As we get a service error.
Another service error from the left. Teams are typically scoring a lot of points on the left-hand side, with the wind against means they can put in some heavy shots and the wind will drop it down. A lot harder to serve from the right.
So that was a serve down the centre again, but this time the hit long as we go to the change of ends with the score 10-11. You see here the replay of the hit. Vicky getting the ball, but still playing a little bit behind her, not able to get a hand all the way over the ball. Sandra comes to serve.
Beautiful, scorching
And this time she's got an absolute cracker of an ace serve there. You've just seen Lara serve a couple of balls long. This ball's held up lovely and just dropped inside the baseline.
Conditions out there just about ideal for beach volleyball. You know, the wind, there's always going to be a bit of a wind around, but they always love playing in the sunshine, don't they? It's
yeah, we've been lucky enough this weekend to have some fantastic weather.
Yeah.
Last year's volleyballing the beach tour here in Weston was a little bit of a washout. We had a lot of rain all through the weeks, so it's totally different conditions.
Yeah.
But the guys at North Somerset Council have done a fantastic job to help put this event on this weekend. They've been brilliant, working around the clock to get this venue set up.
Yeah, it's been great fun. I know the athletes have had a great time in and around Weston as well, so a little bit of a perk on a Saturday night when they're resting their muscles and get down the new pier and see what's on to offer. But this match is now tied up. We watched the replay here and a block was spot on.
Yeah, good hands there by Vicky Palmer.
Palmer and Plonker 13-11 up.
Great chase down there by Sandra, but the pass was just a bit too short for Sandra to be able to get any kind of purchase under the ball and give her partner a chance to play it. As you see her there chasing under. Still managed to get it. Fantastic agility by Sandra. Lara back serving now with a 3-point lead in the second set.
Here we go, bending her over, looking for the big one.
Another big block.
And the block is good enough.
A big screen there by Vicky Palmer.
And that really does give teams a lot of confidence, isn't it? Because that was a good set from the Purples. They were looking strong and the block was there. And it's those sort of points where one team really feels they've got on top of the other team when you start winning points like that.
Yeah, I think Palmer's one of these people that play on momentum a lot. When it's going their way, that's it. She'll be on board, fully behind it, and you'll hear her jeering her partner on, even with a swing there on the dig.
Yeah.
I think they're just having a bit of a talk about lifting their arm up there, playing that ball like a chicken wing. Could have done it that way, dropped my arm around.
15-12, still close.
Good strong serve there by Kaka. As you see what I mean about serving it from the left-hand side of the court to the right-hand side and use that wind as well, as we see from a better angle.
See this?
A lot of pressure now on Lara to play that ball. Body in the wrong position. Great point and a great serve by Kaka. So we change ends, score 13-15, only 2 points in it. We said it was going to be a tight game after that first set.
Yeah, first to 21 of course, and it's the best of 3 sets, so the girls in green just need to get to 21 and this match is over.
Obviously hit too long by Sandra. It's a good dig, but Sandra Rogart just slightly out of position. You see her jumping across, so her whole body weight's moving the wrong way. It makes that attack even harder to play.
There's a better set. Oh, that's brilliant defence. Oh, that's high quality beach volleyball from the girls in green.
Great point. From both sides of things, some great defence by the girls in green. Resilient defence again by Sandra. You see her diving down again, but then you get this shot down the line. There's nothing Sandra could do about that. She was covering cross court in case there was a big hit again by cross court. So Palmer serves, just needing 4 points, and that takes them through to the final.
Yeah. Oh, was that in? No,
Ball's just long. Drifted long.
Just long.
It was a nice idea, good place to go there by Katka, but maybe the wind drifted that ball as well. So Palmer now serving 18-13.
Well, you just
ace serve.
That's so unlucky. But here it comes. There's the big serve, and you can see touches in there, and
nothing the girls in purple can do about that. Vicky will have a right smile about that. She'll take it though.
Yeah.
If it gives her an extra point, straight away close to the final. But there's the fight back from Katka and Sandra. Katka's got all the skills needed to put these girls under pressure and to turn this game back around and take it to the deciding set with that cross-court shot.
Yep.
It's a lovely pass in by Sandra as well.
Just a few things have gone against the purples in this match, and you can see there's only 5 points difference, so you know, only on a couple of the points could have gone the other way and it would have been really close, but 5
Beautiful
points is a lot at this stage, and now it's going to be match point. Vicky Palmer and Laura Plonker. And just see this cut shot again here.
Just wait for the ball to come across, and she turns her hand slightly around it to play that ball across the net. It is hard. Crowd are clapping now. This is match point.
Yeah.
Place to the final.
The MC here doing a great job of getting the crowd interaction going. This is it for a place in the final, and here's a chance.
Oh, free swing there by Vicky Palmer. She shrieks out with that. She's happy with that. Another final in the VBT. It's the first one with her partner, Lara Plonker. But resilient play. The girls in purple were fantastic and put up a great semi-final. And we'll see more of them, I'm sure, as this season unravels on the beach tour.
Absolutely. Just there we go. There's the reaction.
That's what it means to them as well.
Yeah, it's a big win, and the girls are through. It's 21-18, 21-14. Well, now we're on to the second semi-final with Jake Sheaf and Tomek Lazocki up against Andrzej Dzisnowski and Domek Peksa. And this one's going to go all the way as well. So Jake Sheaf here to serve here in this tie-break set. And Mark Perkins with me. Mark, these two teams have been giving us tremendous beach volleyball here, and look at this. This is for the first point alone of the tiebreaker. What an incredible rally to start with.
After the last semi-final, we thought we couldn't see much more better volleyball, but these guys here so far to take us to a deciding set. We've got the guys in purple. This is their first time playing together as a pair.
Really?
So it's their very first tournament together as a pair. They're just kind of helping each other out because Jake Sheaf's missing his partner Chris Gregory, who's injured with his knee, and Tomek's normal partner Dan Hunter is doing a junior tournament down in Bournemouth with some of the kids he coaches and looks after down at Leaf Academy. But they're playing a pairing that are very, very experienced and have improved massively in the last year. Of Dominic, who's just serving there, and his playing partner Andrzej Dzisnowski.
Well, this is not a bad start if it's your very first tournament ever together, and they've just Lazocki there just putting in a brilliant cross-court smash, levelling this up at 1-1.
Interesting thing here is these guys in purple, normally with their respective partners, are both defensive players. So Jake Sheaf, who's represented GB abroad quite a lot for us, is playing more the defensive partner by the looks of it, making Tomek walk, run to the net and block. So I'm quite interested to see how that dynamic works and how Tomek adapts that style of play, where Andrzej Dzisnowski is generally the more, who's serving now as more the defensive player for the two.
Yeah.
Great over on two there by Jake Sheaf. We saw that a few times in the ladies and in the gents games earlier on. It's a really good technique. If this ball comes tight to the net, you see Jake there straight away onto it. I can hit this right to the corner.
Yeah.
The server's got out of position. Great point to win. And this is again a race to 15, this deciding set. So we've had two fantastic sets, and we're sure to now to get a spectacle here as Tomek finds an amazing angle.
What an angle that was! And Jake Sheaf gives him a high five. We'll just well, there you go.
Better reverse.
It looked as if it was in reverse, but it wasn't. No, that's the incredible thing.
How he's rolled that ball across there, that's great work. And Jake Sheaf, there you can see, coaching his partner through, guiding him through the best practices here to get what best to do.
Absolutely, change of ends here. So it's every 5 points. They change ends, and there is a wind blowing from from right to left, so a slight advantage. And these guys, they're quite talkative there. You know, they're not shy about letting their opponents know that they've just taken the point. And Jake Sheaf pretty vocal on that one.
Yeah, it's a quite psychological game to get into somebody's head if you can show your emotions. Playing this, I saw Vicky Palmer in the women's game, very, very vocal player, and it helps kind of G each other up as well, especially when something goes right, and also when you have a rudder service or something doesn't go quite right for you, then your partner needs to kind of build you up a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, it kind of helps get the crowd on your side as well. If you can show those kind of emotions, you'll get the crowd involved as well. And we know this is at Wimbledon, so we know the crowd like to make a big noise here in Weston.
Yeah. Well, the serve, as we're seeing there, big serve from the left side. The wind has an effect. Watch this ball. See how it just moves. Look at that. That's like a Cristiano Ronaldo free kick.
Shaping up along the right hand side and moves all the way across the left hand side for Tomek. Yeah. So we're all square in this deciding set. It's 4 all.
Yep, 4 apiece.
Tomek line up for a hit.
And remember, these balls are moving around when they're hit at a full pace as well. It's okay watching them on a replay and seeing them going slowly, but when you see them hit at full pace, you know, normal people like me and you wouldn't even get a hand on it, never mind try and return it.
I used to try a lot, but never used to manage it too much. I'll stick to this side of the court, I think, from now.
Yeah.
There's a great reach there by Tomek.
And I think a touch on the net given there as well. Yeah. So 5-all. Again, nothing. Look at that scoreboard. 1 set each, 5 points each in the tiebreaker.
Great work by Dominic. Andre put that pass up. It was drifting over. Tomek had a hit, but actually Andre turned from trying to attack the ball just to hold his hands up. Fantastic block.
Yeah. Great block indeed. Absolutely brilliant. And on the line, and it's a point to purple. There's a big yes from Jake Sheath there. See this one on the replay. As it popped up, he's hitting it quite away, but
a smack on the tape that.
Yeah.
So goes for a big topspin serve into the wind.
Oh, what
right down the centre.
Oh my goodness. That serve had everything on it. You see this from behind. Again in slow motion. Look at the weight on that ball there.
Fantastic play. Following the footsteps of his brother Luke, who used to play on the beach tour as well. He's known as one of the best servers on the beach tour we've had in many a year.
Yeah.
But Jake taking over that mantle now. Oh, what a pick-up.
Oh, brilliant play. Here's the chance, here's the hit. Defended well. Sheaf will lay up. Here's Zocchi. But he can't do anything with that one. Now defence. Oh, and the official has given a handling error here. Mark?
Yeah, 2 touch there. Ray Capewell, the referee, just calling Andre up for a handling error. It's a shame because that point had everything in it. Some fantastic pickups, some big hits. As you see here, the ball coming out and the ball not taken clear enough in the hands. So the referee calling that for a 2 touch.
So was that simply the ball was in contact with the hands for too long?
Twice. It came out, effectively it touched the ball twice.
Right.
So it didn't come out clean enough. That's some good defence again by the boys in purple.
Oh, what an incredible point. I can't believe that they've actually won that point. They were massively in trouble here. There's the hit coming in. How do they win this point? Mark, tell me.
The ball just clips the bottom tape of the net there, which gives Jake that millisecond just to get under it. And because it bounced off the net flat, he's able to get it. Tomek with, I don't know if he had vision to see the ball hit the line there or not, God knows, but 9-6 here in this deciding set, the change ends. That could be a crucial point for them.
That's a
massive block, as you just said, by Tomek to give the boys a 4-point lead here.
I think there's a call being made for a touch on net here. I think we'll just try and have a look. The second official said,
yeah, great spot.
What a call from the official. And you know, so often these officials are right. They sometimes take a bit of grief from the players, but you know, they are right 99% of the time. And you know, hats off to the officials again. They've just nailed that one. 10-7. What a match this has been, and that's into the net. So that was a bit of a simple mistake. 10-8.
So the boys in green are targeting serving on Tomek. They've identified him as not as strong a hitter as Jake, so they're picking on him on the serve. But as you see here, lovely set there by Sheaf.
Yeah,
and absolutely the block kind of turned his body as he was hitting that block. So great point to win by Tomek, showing the guys he can hit just as strong as anybody else.
Goes down the line and it's in.
Experience there of Pexa.
Good use of the timeout made.
Yeah, Dominic Pexa there.
They've just come for a timeout, so they had a timeout themselves, and it's important if you call a timeout that you actually win that next point in. So in a trail by 2 points now as we get to the business end of this set.
Yeah, we had a change over there as well. Oh, and that really didn't go right. Well, we've seen some great rallies, and that's probably the worst rally of the whole final, really. Just really messed up in the purples, wasn't it? The set wasn't good, then it went wrong there, and then the hit was pretty bad as well. And yeah, okay, start again. Get on with the next point.
Yeah, there's only one point. They know that they've got a chance to side out here. They've picked on Tomek again. Can he put it away?
That's one of the interesting points which a lot of people who don't watch beach volleyball aren't aware of, but the serving team decides they're going to serve to the weaker, what they might consider to be the weaker player.
Great play by Jake there.
Oh, it's just long.
He's furious with it, but good pick up. You're quite right. They'll have a plan on which end of the serving, how they're going to serve. where they're going to block and cover. They'll know how each of these teams play, how each of the players play. And Tomek, right choice to go for that. Both players out of position, coming backwards, just not enough over the ball.
11 all. It's all the ones on the scoreboard. Really has been a great semi-final, just as good as the first semi, which was 18-16.
Great work there by Jake. She had to come over that time because you've got up to 3 touches to touch the ball, but if you touch the block, as you see here, Tomek touched the block, that's the first touch. He's then able to play the ball again as he puts it up. Actually puts it up very well for Jake, just to cream it down the left-hand side of the court. Dominic out of position. Jake
Sheaf just nails that one. Of course, Jake used to play with his brother Luke, who's now in the army. So Luke's not playing any competitive volleyball. He's probably a pretty mean player in the army matches that they play.
He's taken up a little bit of rugby by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
But there is another Sheaf in the grandstand or around about somewhere. Mother Mandy. I can just see her at the back. She's at the back seat of the grandstand there. I spoke to her earlier and says every time I see a Sheaf Junior, I know there's a Sheaf Senior around.
Yeah, the Sheaf brothers certainly made quite a few grand finals in the past when we were at Boscombe Beach in Bournemouth, and they unfortunately lost out a couple of times to Lord and Mitsubishi, but very competitive team they were, and Jake Sheaf's always going to be tough. There's a little query there, 13-12. 2 points away from place in the final, but this could go anywhere, couldn't it? This is so tight. Great defence. No one. And that potentially was a 2-point swing point there, and with it going a hitting error. I mean, Jake's done well to get that ball up anyway, and then still to get up and able to hit it. But it's turned this game actually more of a contest. As we're all square now. Superb defence there.
1 set all, 13 all.
Well, here we go. It's 2 clear points from here on in, really. And that went wrong. And that's just an unforced error, isn't it, from the net?
Yeah, misread that as it comes over. You'll see the ball tight. Andre thinking he's got, as it's just dipped down, you see it just dip down below the tape before he actually gets there. So this is now match point, chance for the final. The wind's picked up, Tomek serving. The crowd started to raise the tempo.
Yeah, this is interesting. Here we go. Match point, and the return's not so good, and it's wide. And it's over. The team in purple have taken the tiebreaker by 15-13. Great match, Mark.
Yeah, hats off to Andre and Dominic for a fantastic semi-final, but through to their first final together in their first weekend as a pair, and Tomek's first final as well on the beach tour with Jake Sheaf. Is going to be an absolute classic against Butcher and Garcia Kidd.
Well, that's a great match, a really high-quality semi-final, and it's Jake Sheaf and Tomek Lazocki who win and get through to the final. 23-21, 17-21, 15-13. What a match! We'll be back after the break with the women's final. Welcome back to Weston-super-Mare for the second leg of a Volleyball England beach tour, and we've got the women's final coming up here for you. Girls in green and purple, and we're going to watch this match all the way through. Mark Perkins is with me. Your thoughts about this match, Mark?
I don't know which way this is going to go. We've got former partners against each other. So Jess, wearing number 2 in purple, used to play with Vicky Palmer, wearing number 2 in green. So there's a bit of conflict there potentially. But they'll know each other's games, and as we've seen in the semi-finals, they're the kind of masters of the trick shots and the sneaky ones. But we've also got 2 fantastic hitters and blockers in Anna Dajkovic, wearing number 1 in purple, and Lara Plonka in green. So it could go either way. I'm sure as this game unfolds now, we're going to see. Well, they're both strong semi-finals that we've just watched earlier today.
Absolutely, they both won 2 sets to 0. Looked very strong indeed, and Anna Dajkovic wearing number 1 in purple, and Jess Grimson number 2 in purple, and in green it's Vicky Palmer who's wearing number 2 in green, and Lara Plonka number 1 in green. So good start here for the girls in purple. 3-0 to get ahead.
Yep, and you see some strong serving by Jess in the last couple of points as well, as she gets up the hit there off the block of Vicky Palmer, and the girls in purple lead by 4 points to 0.
Yeah, this is good start here for the girls in purple. They played in the first semi-final, so you could say they've had a little bit of a longer rest. They'll have had a nice sit down and watch the girls in green have to battle through their semi, and I always think there's a little bit of a slide advantage to the team that plays their semi-final first and gets a slightly longer rest, although all these athletes are so super fit that really
all the games would have been yesterday. They would have only played their semi-finals so far this morning, so they would have all each had a little bit of a rest as well. Well prepared. I'm sure they weren't out for the early hours of the morning partying away in Weston-super-Mare. I didn't spot them anyway.
I think they certainly are very careful about their competition. You know, there's big ranking points at stake here as well, and spaces for the grand finals, which are held at Margate this year.
Yep.
And we'll be bringing all that action to you in future programmes.
There's a lovely shot there by Lara. Sorry, that was just not even needing to jump that high. Just you watch her have a quick look to see where Anna's covering, and then that's it. Nice and easy. She plays the ball line over into the corner. So it's not just about power, as we said before. It's about placement, and the communication is going to be important. And in Jess and also Vicky, as Vicky, you can see just serving now, you've got two people who are very aware about what happens on court. There's a fantastic ace serve into the corner, using the wind.
Look how that ball's moving around in the air.
Serving at the angle. You'll see the flags blowing across, using that angle. Absolutely fantastic use of the serve.
Yeah. It's a tough one. And there's another point. And, well, the girls in green are getting back into this. Definitely an advantage if you're playing from the left-hand side, isn't there? There's no doubt about it. And we're seeing here already that the girls in purple had a good lead early on, but now we've switched around. It's the girls in green, and they've just pulled it back to 5-all.
Two hitting errors there by Anna, and she'll be furious with herself when she sees these back. She's a professional player playing in Sweden last year, very, very experienced, but the pressure now being put on. There's a great serve down the middle. You mentioned about the husband-wife serve. Watch this, straight down the centre there, more towards Jess.
Yeah.
Jess practicing a golf swing with that.
Yeah, Jess just really a little bit all at sea there, wasn't she? Excuse the pun. But,
there's Vicky with the dig straight over, trying to catch Jess out of position. This time Jess with a little cut shot. Big roar by Palmer there.
It's really going their way at the moment.
You can see what Jess is trying to do here, as she just waits that ball and turns her hand around the left-hand side and playing across the ball. But in doing so, she's given herself a real tight angle there. Another ace.
Another one.
Palmer. She's on fire on this end.
Yeah, that was great. And again, they're just accumulating point after point. This is the last point in this direction before changeover, and she puts it in the net.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah. So now the purple's going from the left. So definitely an advantage serving from the left-hand side. We've seen it so far. This one wasn't so good. Watch this. Doesn't catch the wind at all, and way long.
Yeah, you can't just put an easy serve there. You have to put a lot of pressure on these serves, otherwise the team you're playing against would just put an easy pass in and just kill the ball straight away. So there is a lot of pressure on the serve. That's why you'll see quite a lot of them going out. This time Lara with a hit. Girls in green just stepping up at the level a little bit more now, raising the pace. And this time not actually hitting the block. Not the cleanest hit by Lara, but she'll take it. Unfortunately though, winning that point, she gives the girls a free point in purple. So Anna coming back to serve into the wind a little bit.
Greens have certainly had a great little run of points here. 10-7 ahead. They're getting towards the halfway stage. It's the first to 21 points.
Great block by Jess Grimson.
Frustration there from the Greens. That ball just tying up in the net. Good block here from Grimson, as you say, and then it just touches the top, doesn't it?
Lara not quite landed after that hit yet, still trying to play the ball, so just body out position there. The serve hits the tape. Again,
great dig though.
There you see the wind causing havoc. Another big block by Jess Grimson. By Vicky Palmer. Get those two confused at times when they used to play together, but Vicky just questioned about the handling of their error there. And Matty saying no, that was fine, it was allowed. So Anna serving with a score 9-10 here.
Straight into the net.
So we're all square, 10-all.
Frustrating points to give away here. Just watch this. Even then, you can see only just the top of the net, isn't it? It's not as if it's a bad serve. They're such fine errors, levels of judgment on this. It's very difficult to get these serves in perfect every time.
Yeah, the pressure on there. So we've got the change of ends now. Vicky back serving from her favourite side. She scored 6 points on the last run of serves here. Is this going to be another one for the girls in green? Got the Jess and Anna out of position and finishes it off. Very much like when you watched, maybe saw the tennis, you'll see the players trying to force some errors from the players. Well, here you see they've got Anna and Jess right out of court, so these girls are chasing back to get into court. Unfortunately not quick enough, so they had a free hit to the corner and then followed that up with another fantastic ace serve from Palmer.
That was tremendous.
She'll be loving this at the minute. Inside she'll be bubbling.
Girls in purple just looking at each other, wondering what they can do about a serve like that.
Oh, and another one, this time high on Jess's right hand side. Vicky Palmer was part of the GB squad leading up to the Olympic Games, but also played on the beach tour, so very experienced both indoors and outdoors, but also has one of the most competitive edges you'll see.
Yeah.
A real will to win.
Yeah, real confusion as to whether to let that go out or not. This time they let it go out. Let's have a look at this. Can we see this on the replay? How close is this? Oh, that was so close, but it didn't touch, did it? So
that was a deep breath by Anna.
That was really close. It only has to touch the rope, doesn't it? It only has to touch that cord and it's in.
Yeah, as long as it touches the tape, it's in. As you find that ball just landing there, the hit by Lara hits the tape. Obviously on the beach we can't use Hawkeye, but we have people raking the sand and clearing the lines to make sure the referees can see nice and clearly whether the ball's landed in or out. There's been a lot of interest since obviously London 2012 in beach volleyball as well, so a lot more people are coming to see us. You see the crowd building up, and behind us in the promenade we've got a massive crowd of people there watching on.
Yeah, they're really enjoying this. We're into the middle section of the day and the sun is very high, and that's a beautiful shot. The greens are really starting to step it up now. It's real high quality play here, Mark.
With a 6-0 lead now off that fingertips there. Oh, sorry, 7-0 lead now. Pressure is on the girls in purple just to kind of get themselves back in the game a little bit, get composure, ready for the next set. With side-out volleyball like this, the girls in green just need 3 points, and that's the first set in this final. But it is a best of 3.
Yeah.
So nothing's over yet.
Yeah, the greens. You're absolutely right. I think the greens will certainly be trying to. Sorry, the purples will trying to reset themselves. What a cut shot there from Laura Plonka. I don't think it's going to make any difference at the end in terms of how this first set goes. There's such a big lead. And
there you go, Palmer with a cheeky little dig. She's done one earlier on as well. We saw Jess at the semi-final. Yeah. If need to, then she'll get that over straight away. So nothing Jess could do about that with a little pokey.
Oh,
great point. And it's set point, so 20-11.
Yeah.
Just need 1 point now.
That was a beautiful shot, and that one's going to be too long.
First set to Palmer and Plonka, 21-11. Chance for the girls just to recoup. I guarantee the girls in purple will come back fighting hard.
Second set here of the women's final. Vicky Palmer, Laura Plonka taking the first one very comfortable indeed, 21-11.
There you go.
Oh, well,
that's the second time in this set that she's done that straight away.
Yeah.
Jess and Anna can just sit back and watch.
The two girls in purple are just looking, going, what are you doing?
That almost shows the winning mentality as well. You can play, you've got up to 3 touches to play the ball over, but it's also a very cheeky one to do.
Yeah.
But it wins your points.
Oh.
And that's got, now they've got a head of steam about them. You can see when Vicky's pumped up, she's got that little walk about her. She's very vocal on court. You can hear her in the background as well. The speakers pick her up well.
Yeah. Even a little bit of luck going the Green's way there as well. It hit the net, but it actually bounced out of the net. And so often you see when it hits the net, it sticks to the net and it's impossible to get out.
Yeah. So now there's a 4-point gap built up in the second set, and also by 1-0. So definitely the momentum is with the girls in green.
Really important stage now here for the girls in purple, because as you say, this really is a time where they've got to start making a move. Otherwise, the match could be over. And there's another one for greens.
Good pick up by Lara Plonka. As the ball ties to the net, you'll see Vicky moving into there, ready to set it. Seeing it's too tight, actually just use those knuckles, turn the hand around into the open court. Jess out of position. 5-point gap now. We'll take that back down to 4, so they'll take that. And as you said earlier, it's important that these girls now in purple get some points back on the board, get this gap down to even just 1 or 2, give themselves a fighting chance to take this game to deciding set. And with that big block, you see Jess having a little look through the net there. She enjoyed that block. Again, Jess and Vicky used to play together, so but this time the block. Using the net as well, so a bit of Jess and a bit of net there.
Yeah.
Jess is having all of that though.
Well, all these players do know each other very, very well, of course, and they do, you know, there is quite a bit of partner swapping from season to season. And it's certainly happened a lot this season, hasn't it? Including on the men's side.
Yeah, a lot of people got a lot of commitments, and some people playing abroad, etc. So when there's 6 of the Volleyball England Beach Tour events and other tour events happening, there's always going to be a few tournaments where we'll have a bit of a mix and match of players. But we're here, we've got Lara Plonker serving. They've got that lead back to 4. It's 10-6. And there, this time, Lara Plonker's found that line. Then a great A-serve down the centre, copying a partner from this first set and the start of the second set.
11-6, Green's lead. Halfway to the 21 total that they need to win the set. And there's a lovely little poke over the top. This is nicely played here. There's the set. Doesn't go for the big smash. Just a little dink over the top of the block, and it goes in purple. Back to just 4 points behind. They need to get a couple more on the board here. And that's gone wide, so this is an interesting situation now. Darkovic and Grimson just working their way back into this slowly.
Put the pressure on, strong and hard against Lara and Vicky. Then they've got a chance to get back in this. They've got to keep this momentum going now. This point is crucial. From that angle there to do a cut shot across, so you've got to cross the whole net. You can see exactly what she was doing. The idea was right. Both the defenders have gone back deep, just not followed through enough on there to give the ball enough momentum going forward. So we're back to 4 points. It's 12-8 in the second set, so we're halfway through.
Vicky Palmer runs.
It's the right choice. It just didn't. Well, the execution wasn't the best on it. We've seen her being cussing the ball all weekend here, fantastically well, and she's one of the best at doing that. So,
well, the donkeys are out in the background, entertaining all the kids. One of the directors of tourism was telling me they're the best kept donkeys in Great Britain. They have a lovely little life on a farm, and they come out each morning and have a 4 or 5 hours out on the sand, and then back to their farmyard. So they have a lovely time of it. And also having a lovely time of it here for the girls in green, because things just can't go wrong. That one just a fraction out actually, but so close. That was a good judgment actually from the purple team. Darkovic and Grimson in purple, Palmer and Plonker in green, and recovering. That one really got a little bit tied up, didn't it? Oh, and the set was too low.
Jess hangs herself on the net there after missing that shot. They had some time, got the girls out of position on court. You see here, no block, and you can see again she's trying to go for that little cut shot. Vicky had read it. She was coming into the court ready to receive it. Just clipping the tape there. So with the win behind her, Vicky serving, 4-point lead.
Yeah, Jess Grimson very disappointed.
Great work by Jess over on 2 there, making up for the previous error.
This is a great shot. They're staying in it. There's the little cross court, and there's nothing that the Greens can do about it. So 14-11. Really close match this is. And just as you said at the start, there's not a lot between these two teams. Purple's in big trouble here. And
Jess was just practicing footballing skills there, passing the ball back. We will generally pass the ball around the court. We won't be kicking the ball through the net. But I think that's just a little bit of frustration about the last few errors missing. She connected well with it though. It was a good shot. With the foot.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's exquisite. Anna Darkovic, that is absolutely fantastic shot. Watch how she moves her hand to get this angle.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful shot. So we have a change of ends.
Perfect play from the girls in purple, and now 15-12. There's there's change of ends after this point, and that one goes long, and so now they're right in this. 15-13. Big opportunity now. Now it's change of ends, and as we've seen on the left, the team has the advantage, and that's a beautiful little dink over the top here.
Yeah, the experience here of Lara, if you watch her, just knows what to do, and she's able to get her hand high above the net and actually play the ball over. So actually, like a top spin shot you play, so you have to follow through the ball to help bring it down across the net.
Again, another big serve from the left-hand side. How many times have we seen that today? And has that gone wide? It has.
Yeah.
Well, there was that's a mistake here from the Greens.
Vicky Palmer seeing Jess go across the left-hand side, so tried to play the ball over the net and over the block, but just wide. So the girls have got it back within 2, so they are fighting hard to come to the business end of this set.
Yep.
But Anna's saying no touch. Has the referee given it? As you have a quick look here.
Yep.
So whether there's a touch at the net off the hit, or has it hit the tape?
Hit the tape. But the touch was given. Yeah. Point went to Green, so they thought that Anna had actually touched the net before the ball hit the net. It's a pretty tough call.
And within the space of what, a minute, the game's gone back to a 4-point lead. Yeah. It's amazing how quick that can happen with a little shot like that by Laura and the block. We've now got a 4-point swing again.
And
Vicky trying to put pressure on the serve down the left-hand side, but goes wide.
Well, the wind is getting up very strongly here. It's getting as fierce as ever. We've seen it, so very, very difficult from the right-hand side. 18-15. There's a big hit from the Greens, and Grimson piles it on. And this is a big shot here. Laura Plonker produces a good set, and Grimson produces the pain. And it's now 19-15, 2 points away from the title here at stage 2 of the Volleyball England Beach Tour. Great defence.
Again, Vicky Palmer dominant to the net there. You've seen a big hit in the previous point, and then you've seen her fighting here. But Jess Grimson, good air time.
Oh, that's brilliant, isn't it? That's absolutely brilliant.
So this is now match point, and also championship point for the girls in green.
And well,
they've given the girls in purple have given everything.
Yep. They've
The
done
change ends. Laura serving. This is match point. This is for the title.
Vicky Palmer.
It's not over yet. Nice ball up. What can Vicky do with this? Oh, she's played it.
Did it pay off? No, it didn't. Just wide. Just wide. It's a cheeky shot. It's a bit unorthodox, isn't it, to play that sort of shot, really? But she just saw that both girls in purple were back quite a way.
Yeah, that's a cool awareness that you've got. So they have 1 match point saved. So Jess Grimson's serving to stay in this match. They'd love to get this to a deciding set. The crowd's building up as well.
Here's a chance. Well defended. Oh, that's great play from the Greens. Great play from both teams here. The quality is so high, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only a fraction of errors here. You see this ball too tight in the net there for Vicky Palmer. She has to go under the net there as long as she doesn't interfere with play, but unfortunately couldn't get the ball up. So that's the 2nd match point saved.
Yep, 2 match points saved.
And is that an ace? Straight down the centre, most certainly was. That's another great point. So Jess had been watching Vicky serve earlier on, so she saved another match point with an ace serve.
That was well in as well.
Vicky owning up, saying, "Yeah, my fault. Here we go." Still match point.
Well, that's
5 match points originally.
Absolutely, 3 of them saved, and that's number 4 saved. Well, this is incredible. 2015, there were 5 championship points. And the girls in green have just produced, the girls in purple have just produced 4 brilliant points, and what a serve!
Jess, that is amazing. Hold your nerve there and serve 5 set points and championship points down. I know she's on that end, but she's still got to work that ball, and she's put the girls in green under some tremendous pressure. It's now 20 all, so you have to play to 2 clear points, remember, now.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen
Lara through the block of Anna Dajkovic. So it's now match point number 6, as you see here. She'll shape up and hit this cross court, but just catch their hands as well. So nothing the backcourt defender could do in Jess Grimson. So match point number 6. Oh, it's Palmer to serve. She's been phenomenal in this set serving. A more strong serve.
Here's a chance. 1 good set. Oh, but it doesn't come off.
Over on second there. So you saw Jess try and do one over on second, but this time Vicky gets a big swing. The winners of the 2013 Western-super-Mare are Vicky Palmer and Lara Plonker. That's their first title together. Very well deserved, but credit to Jess and Anna, who fought so hard to save 5-set points.
So Vicky Palmer and Lara Plonker win the title here, 21-11, 22-20. Really tight second set and a really great match.
That's your winners, Vicky Palmer and Lara Plonker.
Yeah, the wind really plays a big part in our game, so we have to keep the ball a lot smaller than normal, and also with the attack you have to be prepared for it to move. So it does make a difference, and both our opponents did really well in the wind today, so we had to work really hard.
Yeah, I think like the quality is quite high, and it shows like depending on the side, this end here is quite hard to play, while the other one is a bit easier because you're serving into the wind. So yeah, but everyone was like playing their best and trying to make a point and be controlled despite the wind.
The council have really done a good job this year. Like last year the weather was really terrible, so there's not much you can do when it's raining and it's windy, but this year the council have put so much effort into it, so we do want to thank them, and it made this like tournament possible, so yeah, we're really happy.
We're now ready for the men's final. We've got the English pairing of Cole Butcher and Mark Garcia Kidd in green up against Jake Sheaf and Tomek Lazocki. Cole Butcher and Mark Garcia Kidd took the first set in what was a really tight encounter, 21-19. But with both of the previous semi-finals going to the tiebreak, another tiebreak would not be a surprise.
So we saw him earlier in the semi-finals. We talked about his brother. He used to play with his brother, but he's paired up with Chris Gregory. Now he's 6'10". They've set up base at Crystal Palace, doing fantastic work there. Chris is out injured with his knees at the minute, so he's pairing up with Tomek this weekend. And as I said, they're both a bit more defensive. So Tomek's taking the lead role there, pretending to block like a 6'10" player.
Well, if Jake Sheaf's a defensive player, I'd like to see an attacking one after that last big hit, that's for sure. Well, there's a block there from Lazocki. And the purple's just looking to get a little bit of an upper hand here. There you see, there's the big hit.
That's a fantastic block by Tomek. You see him move to the left just at the end there, as you see which way Garcia's swinging. Really holds that position well. He's got to serve, then run all the way into the net and get in position ready to block.
Yeah.
Not the easiest thing to do, but there's a pick up there of Jake. He can't make it, so the swing by Butcher gives him the point. This is for the final. Oh, there's that husband-wife serve, ace straight down the centre.
They both end up looking at each other saying, sure that was yours rather than mine, but of course one of the things that's quite interesting here is that you know, as you said, a lot of these players also play indoor volleyball as well, and they'll play the six-a-side game.
Yeah, so the three guys, all except Jake, play down at Wessex. So you've got Tomek's a middle player, Carl's a setter, and Butcher's a setter, and Mark plays kind of outside middle, opposite, wherever he plays really.
Yeah. This is pretty competitive here. 4-3 in this tie-break. Oh, that's brilliant. That's really good. Oh, and they're still going. Here comes Sheaf for the big hit. And Butcher just doesn't pick that one up.
What a display of fantastic beach volleyball we're seeing here at Western-super-Mare for this men's final. All four players giving their all. Some great technique, instant reactions, great chasing down.
The work these two both put in, look at this. And here it's set up for Sheaf, and Butcher's a bit unlucky here because it just doesn't come off his hands.
The block, I think, there, which probably puts him off a little bit, takes a bit of the speed out. Jake back to serve, jump serving with a top spin into the wind.
It's a great call, Mark. I think you're right. He just clipped a finger, didn't it, on the way past, and just that fraction. Here's a chance for Sheaf again, who's doing a lot of the attacking here for the purples. He's putting the big hits in. Now here comes Lazocki.
It's good defense there on 2 times by Garcia Kidd.
It certainly is. That one's really tight to the net. Lazocki comes in and pokes it into the corner.
Looks like he's going to swing massively for that, but the ball just drifting out of his reach. So he had to use his knuckles, so you can't use your fingertips, so you have to use your knuckles, called a pokey, but this one drifts wide. Butcher catches his breath.
Yeah, there's been a couple of hard rallies here, hasn't there?
Well, they were in the final last year and haven't quite made it yet So that winning trophy, so they'll be looking to go one step further this year. They're already one set up, obviously the first set, 21-19. There's Butcher with a little chicken wing. So it hits you in a little elbow bit there, they call that the chicken wing.
Yeah, he was mocking himself a bit there, wasn't he? He knew what he'd just done. 5-all. And of course, the team in purple have to win up. Lazocki just got totally taken out there.
So we're all square, 6-all. This is their second set.
Yeah, this is...
The guys in purple need to win this set if we are to go to another tie break, which we've seen a few of them here today.
Oh,
monster swing.
Goodness. Lazocki just buries that one deep into the sand. Look at the height he gets here. And, you know, these guys, okay, you know, they're all sort of 6'3", 6'4", but they're jumping so high above that net.
That net is the same height as a football goalpost, effectively. So it's just over 2 meters 40. So 2.43 it measures that. So they're still jumping and hitting way over that.
Yeah. 7-all. Change over every 7 points.
So this time Butcher serving on Sheaf. Takes a hard attack with a good pass in.
Good defence.
This time.
Oh, they keep
Great
it going.
chase down from Sheaf.
Good attempt.
Position.
Yeah, good attempt there. There you just see it. The big hit just comes off the net. Sheaf manages to try and keep it alive, but actually digs it too far back. Does it too well. Here's another attempt, and this time it's long. Well, they're certainly going for the attack from the left-hand side. We've said it before during the semi-finals that there's an advantage from the left side. You see how the ball's moving there as it comes across. And the players are tending to go for their serves, aren't they? They're really having a good go at them.
Yeah, you can't put any easy serves over because with the quality of all these 4 players here, it will just get put back with you with interest.
Yeah.
So you have to work hard, and there's another big block.
Zocki blocks well. He's a big presence at the net here as Carl Butcher comes in, and oh, that's a textbook block, isn't it? There, and Butcher doesn't know where the ball's gone. Just a bit of extra comedy from Carl Butcher there, thank you.
So Lazocki serving, then having run back in the net. Garcia Kid with the attack.
Oh, well, that's a big hit, but was it good? I didn't see if it was. We'll try and see on this replay here. The officials were just checking as well, but yeah, we missed it on that camera as well. But it was good. Just seeing the serve stays with the person who won the last point, of course.
So we've got our 2 officials looking after the lines as well. So it's hard for those 2 guys to keep their eye on all the actions that's happening. There you see the little pokey just drifting out. If you're on the opposing side, you don't mind seeing Sheaf do that.
Yeah, all the practice.
Back on track.
Yeah, and Lazocki just dinks that one over the top here. This is they're going for Lazocki, aren't they? For the serves, they don't want Jake Sheaf to be hitting the big hits on them. And
he's only made a few hitting errors, so it's quite clear to see that they've got a match, they've got a game plan in place. So
what a serve!
It's the best serve I think so far we've seen this weekend. Really using the conditions well to his advantage.
Well, I think we need to get a speed gun in this sport because I really wanted to see what speed that was. And there's another. Oh my goodness, Jake Sheaf's just flying high at the moment. There's quite a few kites that are flying high around here, but Jake Sheaf, look at this one. Bang! And
very dramatic there by Garcia Kid. But a fantastic serve right where you want to put that, deep down the centre with a lot of topspin on there, dropping in. There's a third one again,
another
same position.
Zocki's at the net, and that's wide.
He watches that out. It's very wise to do so. The wind is moving the ball quite a lot with the flag today, so he did well just to kind of watch where that went.
Yeah.
Tempted to play it, but watched it just go past the aerial. So if the ball goes outside the aerial, you know it's going to land out of court.
Well, that's 3 points for Sheaf on this serve, and they're going from 12-10 down to 13-12 up. And there's another incredible serve. And this man is just on a roll at the moment. Watch this from behind. Bang! And it hits the net for good measure as well, just to put Garcia Kid off a little bit more. It's
now so about what to do and how to get this game back on track. And Jake Sheaf, you've got that.
Yeah.
So he's pulled this game back round now for them.
Absolutely. Well, the Greens take that point, but the Purples are right back in this match, and that could be a really significant move here. As Carl Butcher gets the ball, it's his turn to serve. The crowds are really enjoying this match here.
It's a nice short float serve, picking on the socky again.
Swing. You go.
A little poke over the top, but he's gone away with it. Oh, there's the cut shot, and it didn't come off for Carl Butcher.
He knew as soon as he hit that, you could see his reaction straight away. He knew he hadn't put enough power behind that. Look, has a quick look, picks the right place. No, it's just the execution wasn't enough there.
The Purple team certainly letting him know what they felt of that shot as well, because they're quite vocal, these guys. They're not certainly shy about showing their feelings. And we have a changeover again, of course, every 7 points.
We're at the bump pass there. Jake Sheaf at the net. Lovely angle. No power needed in that one. He got a big block. Butcher was already set the back court, so he knew all he had to do was just roll the ball nicely there and commit to that. Got the height from there, also helps with the cut shot. Try and play a cut shot on the floor, you're going to get the ball up and down, so this makes it a bit easier for him.
Beautifully done indeed. And
great float serve there by Masaki. Again, using the wind to his advantage, and it is behind him this time, but actually there's a bit of an angle there. If you watch from behind him, it actually does come back in a little bit, which makes it a bit harder for Butcher to think, is he going to play it or not?
And he's celebrating the serve as well, so he knows he's done his opponents there with a little bit of a tactical move.
Butcher needs this one to get back into it.
Oh, Tomek, come on!
Yep.
He finds that corner.
Right in the corner.
Must have held up in the wind because it looked like it was travelling quite away. You see the approach here. Has another look, this is his partner, that ball, yeah, smack in the corner.
Beautiful shot, and this really is a high quality match, thoroughly enjoyable. Mark Garcia kid puts the big one in, and that's tremendously defended by Lazocki. Oh, and then there's an error.
The glasses get chucked on the floor there by Lazocki. He knows the error he's made there. He wants his first maiden victory on the beach tour so bad.
15-17 here, ladies and gentlemen.
2 points in it now, it's 15-17.
Real frustration there from Lazocki. Garcia kid serving very heavily as well, but that one is wide, and that's a 3 point for the Purple team. Just what they didn't want from that corner. Just see this again from here. Oh, it came off his hand all wrong, didn't it? When you could see it sort of came off the heel of his hand. And
that's great pressure there by the block. Sorry, that's a really good time to get one of those blocks in. Shut out completely, giving the boys in green no chance on this, and it puts those guys in an absolute fantastic position to take on to this, go to the deciding set here with the score now 19-15.
That Lazocki was so high over the net there, his arms reaching over, and that's something we talked about on another program about, how far you can put over, and what happened there.
He had to come over, he touched the block, so that's the first touch. So he's doing a whole 180-degree turn, if you're watching here, and to turn and hit. It was a fantastic hit. There's a net in the way there, Tomek. Sorry, mate.
Yeah. Right, 19-16, this is really good stuff.
Can the boys in green get their composure, get back in this set, and get their first victory?
Line!
Big hit.
Great pickup by Butch.
Go line, go line. Come on,
Goes for the line shot. Tomek has a swing now.
Always red.
Well read by Garcia Kid. Free hit. Great swing in.
Oh, it's in.
Now 17-19. Some great work again by both teams, and you watch how well they move and see where the ball's going to go to get in that position. Makes their life so much easier.
On the back of the line, that was so close. Bo's back line shots, you definitely need a line judge on that one because it's so difficult to call.
It's another great pickup from the hit of Sheaf by Butcher, but they've got a free attack now.
Here's a chance.
It's for Sheaf.
Yes, Jay!
Oh, delicate use cross court. That gives them the set point. If the boys in purple win this one, we've got a decider, another decider here at Weston.
Yeah, well, both semis have gone to the tie break, and there's a beautiful execution from Jake Sheaf.
Great experience.
They're 1 point away. The MC here getting excitable, getting the crowd into it. Here we go, 1 point to take us into a tie break set. Garcia kid comes with a hit. Oh, sorry, that was Butcher that time. But there's the big one.
Chief takes it down the line. Big fist pump. Chief has done so well to get this game back on the track, guiding Tomek through along the way and coaching him through this method to get this game on the way. And it's now 21-17, so we are going to go to a tie-break, best of 15.
And the winner of this next set, the final set that'll be here.
Men's final, tie-break set. Cole Butcher serving. What a match we've seen here. And that's a great serve from Butcher to start us off. Mark, it's been brilliant. AC, 21-17 was the score in the second set. It was 21-19 to Butcher and Garcia Kid in the first set. Nothing in it, is there?
There's always been 2 or 3 points in these teams all the way along the game. So it's going to be that way all the way through to this set. I can pretty much guarantee that, and both teams will be giving everything they've got here. It is beautiful conditions for beach volleyball. It's a fantastic setting, and what a way to end this weekend here at Weston-super-Mare. It's been brilliant so far.
There's a great rally as well, and there you see just putting in the touch, and it was just too far away from Sheaf there to be able to get under that and knock it back up for Lazocki.
Being a shorter set, it's really key to get a good strong start as well, because it's only to 15 points. If you can get a good couple of points start, you kind of just you set your confidence, you calm down a bit, and you just play side-out volleyball.
Yeah.
But we know potentially with these two teams here, we're not going to get such an easy ride like that. As Tomek just rolls over there, so gets the boys in purple off on the board.
Yep, 2-1. Sorry, 1-2. Yep, Sheaf to serve, and well, he scored a lot of points in the second set from that left-hand side. He went for the big one again, but this time it was Longs. Just watch this from behind.
Boys in green take a 3-1 lead in the short set.
Yeah, there's a lot of power behind it, but just didn't get the dip early enough.
Yeah, some great work by Garcia Kid in the back there. So change ends, like Garcia Kid now with a big swing.
Oh my goodness.
Garcia Kids was big, but Jake's was even bigger. What a monster strike that is. And a tight angle as well. Remember this net, over 2 meters 43 tall. And look at this technique there. Beautiful.
Wow. There's nobody getting it on that one.
Take a bow, Jake.
I tell you what, Jake Sheaf and Chris Gregory are going to be a pretty scary partnership, aren't they, when they get together? That one's in the net. And
Jake serving. That jump serving and down the centre. Butcher gives him partner some height. Here comes Sheaf. No block.
oh, this is good. Another phase again.
This time it's going to be Tomek to attack this ball. No block again. He's got a free hit. Some great defence again by the boys in green.
Yeah. That's long and out. And the purples are getting back into this match again.
He's feeling how Butcher's feeling at that point, because he knows he's done all the hard work. It's a great defence. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows what he needs to do.
Incredible.
He'll be kicking himself at that point.
Well, it's going to come down now. We're down to the last real business end of this whole championship. 10 points away from victory, and it's going to be down to a few errors, and that's another one into the net from Sheaf.
So Garcia Kid serving. They've got a good few points lead, isn't that? He's forced his serve long. Again, they've got to put pressure on these serves, but these are silly little points to give away. Or it's rally point, best of 15. These are just 3 points given away.
The trouble is at this level, if you put in a simple serve, a really easy serve, then you're going to see the ball hitting the sand on your side. So you've got to put some weight on your serve.
It's that fine balance, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's what we love about this game. That's what we love about rally point as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Butcher serves, and it's an ace. Mark Garcia Kid is thrilled with that one. And I think Lazecki's having a little look at the mark it makes in the sand. Oh, that's easily in.
Brilliant serve.
That's not even
Absolutely
close.
brilliant serve.
So 10-6. And Butcher and Garcia Kid are getting a bit of a lead here. This is a big point, and Sheaf comes up with the big hit just at the right time.
That was needed then. At another point, and it would have been pretty much game over. You would have said for the guys in purple. 4-point deficit. Now there's a chance for these guys to get back in it and get the momentum. Still 3 points is still a good gap for Butch and Garcia Kid.
As I think one of my commentaries a few years ago, somebody reminded me, I famously said that every point is a 2-point swing, which is right. And I think you know what I'm trying to say is that there is a big difference between 10-7 or 11-6. Every point does matter.
That's really clever work there by Tomek at the net, catching the boys out of position, and that's all you got to do. It's simple volleyball, really.
Yeah. 10-8, the Greens lead, and the big hit goes long, and that could be a big mistake. That was a free point for Greens, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that
so
was
they've got three back now. They've got guys in purple. with a hitting error there again by Butcher, just fires it long. Just get your composure, guys. Settle down.
I think the team in green will be just ruining a couple of mistakes there. There's a few points they've given away. That one's blocked well. Here we go again. Here's a good chance. Blocked again. What's going on at the net? Incredible blocking. These purples are doing amazingly. And eventually the point is given for a touch on the net.
On the third block there by Lasocki, just clipping the net. So we change ends. They only need 4 points for victory on their first victory on the beach tour.
Yeah, really business end of the match. Oh, what a lovely touch there from Lasocki.
The control of Jake Sheep as well, just keeping his partner in track, talking through what he needs to do. You hear him call line, let you know where he's got to go. There you go, you can see him. And that communication at this point now is going to be crucial.
11-10, 10-11. Purple serving.
Go line.
Considering it was 10-6, this is a big swing now, and the purples get another point, and they've tied it up at 11-all.
Too many enforced errors by the boys in green at the minute.
Yeah, they've just gone off the boil a little bit, haven't they? Just at the most crucial point of the match, having had a 10-6 lead. Now here we are, 11-all, and sometimes this does happen. The finishing line is in sight, and the serve goes wide.
Big fist pump there by Garcia Kid, knows they're in with a chance. Just 1 point difference now.
Here we go. Every point is so key. Was that in? It was. Right on the line.
Well, lovely pass in. Nice set. Lovely set by Jake. And Tomic with some big height straight inside the line.
That was close, really. That was a big point there. Sheaf comes up with a big serve. He's served well from that area before. 12-all. 3 points for our team to win, and Sheaf puts it into the corner.
Great work. A lovely vision again. Just seeing how this ball comes up to him. He knows exactly what to do. The block of Garcia Kid is there. He just plays it nice and high and over into the corner. 2 points needed.
Well, this is the first time, can you believe, that Sheaf and Lasocki have actually led in the whole match. What a time to lead when it's 13-12 in the decider.
Still a lot left in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah. And,
Yes,
There you go, see?
Yeah, it's wide.
Sheaf is human as well, he can hit out.
These are incredible points. The nerves are jangling for both teams. Here we go. Sheaf just goes for a little touch over the top, and it's just wide. 13-all. What a match.
So it has to be 2 clear points.
Here we go. Lasocki with the hit. Garcia Kid saves it. Oh my goodness.
It was a good chase down by Garcia Kid, too tight the net, and that gives us the first match point. Okay, and this is for the men's title. If you watch here, Garcia Kid just too tight, Lasocki easy, put it in the corner. Garcia Kid did well to get that. Here we go. This is for the title.
Both teams putting everything in, every rally. They are putting every ounce of energy in. That could have been a long serve. Garcia Kid played it, and he may regret it, and they will regret it.
Wayward pass there by Butcher on the second pass as well. Congratulations to Tomic. That's his first victory on the beach tour. One of the nicest guys out there. Congratulations, Tomic. Jake, great job. But also to the boys in green. You guys have been phenomenal over the last few weeks on the tour. They're going to continue to make semi-finals and finals, and we're only, I'm sure, one more tournament away from their first victory. Great effort by both boys.
It was a very close match. It's great to play against Mark and Carl, seeing as they've improved ahead of a lot. But yeah, it was a really close match. We managed to put it back in the third set through some pretty good defence play, some serving, and yeah, very happy.
Yeah, the weather really is quite tough. We really had to fight really hard with it, and I think all the teams that played this weekend have been kind of this big learning curve for everyone, I think. But it's all about the control, and I think we managed to just get on top of that, really. A lot of the players have come this weekend with expectations. They weren't really sure what to expect, really, and I think everybody can say they've done really well. The council's put a lot of work in, Volleyball England and all the sponsors have done a brilliant job to really make this happen, and a bit of luck with the weather and awesome weekend.
Well, what a great final, what a great advert for the sport. And Jake Sheaf and Tomic Lasocki take the stage 2 of the Volleyball England Beach Tour. What a great final. One of the unique features of the Volleyball England Beach Tour is that players are awarded points in a champions race on an individual basis, as players have individual partners from time to time. This gives us the chance to see who has been performing best individually on the tour. The men's champions race shows Cole Butcher and Mark Garcia Kidd with a finalist and a losing semi-finalist from the number 1 stage in Skegness. They're leading the table with Tomek Lazocki after his win in Western with Luke Sheaf. He finished 11th in Skegness with David Hunter. He's bringing up 3rd place. In the women's competition, well, Laura Plonka really is stretching a lead. She was a losing finalist with Katja Gless in stage number 1 Skegness, and her win here with Vicky Palmer at Western means that she's well ahead of the rest of the field.
Well, what a great weekend of beach volleyball we saw in Weston-super-Mare. And next we move on to Great Yarmouth. We'll be bringing you all the action from that event soon. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.